Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Tell me. Do you bleed? You will.
Welcome to another edition of the Qatar Law podcast. And we're going to do a watch party, a watch along with Angelina Jolie's Salt from 2010. And this movie is, of course, sign of the times. And it's really mind boggling how, in real life, lots of spies were discovered, and you just have to change from Russia to China. Salt time. Yeah, we have seen havoc on the chat, and we're having bad weather here. Sin, the storm just it's not even here in the Philippine area of responsibility. It will arrive later on today, and it's weird how it's been. It caused massive floods already, which is so weird. Anyway, uh, we're in the road to 500 subs, and somehow we're gaining track. We're right on track. Simple but right on. And thank you for all those who subscribe to my channel, and I will thank everyone who will subscribe still. Thank you guys. And now on with our show. And make sure your player is at zero. Uh, Stay safe. Thanks, Sin. The four gas giants are getting ready for the universal dance. Yeah, it always is that. And we'll start the watch along in five, four, three, two, and one. Play. This is from Columbia Pictures. Yep, here we go. Make sure we're sync at 32 seconds. The setting is North Korea 2 years ago. A Sony movie that was actually good. Yeah, this movie is actually good. Aside from being, sign of the times. This is so graphic of waterboarding. So, did you hear that? Uh, Aside from China and Russia, North Korea is in Ukraine. Holy Hannah. Life imitates art and vice versa. Yeah. So below. As above and so below. So we have the guy who played Wolverine in X Men Origins Wolverine, Liv Sheber. Is that how to pronounce this name? Ukraine has secrets to the old world. Looks like it. Why would they try so hard to destroy it? Just like what the US did to Iraq. Really, it's people are still thinking that it's all about oil in the Persian Gulf War, but technically it's not. It's all about the old world race. The plot is so simple in this movie, yet somehow it worked. Salt. Wow. Evelyn Salt is Langley trained, so she's definitely CIA. Somehow, I didn't see the summit, but somehow I've been hearing that BRICS is making its move. Yeah, and they want to change the dollar standard to something else. What if they're successful? Who will lead BRICS? This is a China plot, true and true. Adios, petrodollar. Well, if Bishop has some prophecy uh, stuff involving the book of Revelation, so you know it all is written down years ago. And somehow the elections in the US will hit big globally. Our current vice president here in the Philippines had a breakdown, meltdown actually, and it seems that people are scared because remember for 6 years his her father was the president, and somehow his war on drugs is still being felt today, and it was brutal. And I don't think Congress will get to the bottom of everything uh, involving this freaking drug war. And our midterm elections is next year, May of next year. So, you know, everyone, election season, war is upon us all. Yeah, they plan to have a war. I read that somewhere. You know, Twitter X is still the best site for global news. It's I haven't watched anything from Rumble lately, so you know, YouTube, Twitter. My Facebook is for my relatives' sake, so they'll know I'm still alive. So the other guy, the the black guy, is the actor who played Baron Mordo in Doctor Strange, and if I remember it correctly, uh, um, he also appeared in Josh Whedon's Firefly. No, man, that movie, the last movie for Firefly, crazy. Yep, it is so crazy. And the divide between the conservatives and the liberals here in the Philippines just became overt. And to think that I was a member of the Liberal Party for about a few years way back, and now, man, politics here is lucrative business along with religion and those sort of stuff. Etuel, Etuel, ah, Etuel Elijiofor. Yeah, Ejiofor. Yeah, that's the actor. He also was in Four Brothers with Mark uh, Wahlberg. Those were the days. You know what this movie reminds me of? Marvel's uh, Black Widow. So you might think that the screenwriters, the writers, and everyone involved in these two movies are copying each other. So 2010 is when this movie was made. It was released in 2010. So is Brangelina still a thing here during these years? Master plan and whatnot. Angelina Jolie is really has a really pretty face. So they're saying that the Kennedy assassination was a Russian plot. I'm thinking this is in retaliation to Cuba, the Cuban crisis. The only Lara Croft I know, Angelina Jolie. Although the other Tomb Raider movie was quite enjoyable. Although you know it was the CIA, of course. The latest Lara Croft project, the animated one in Netflix, is I'm having mixed feelings about it. I haven't watched it. Doesn't have that at all. So did you hear what that Blade is on long hold? Told you, man. Blade will not be made. There's only one Blade, and it's Wesley Snipes. So our timestamp is 14 minutes 40 seconds. This movie is a real suspenseful, uh, action-filled film. Sin Havoc says former Nazis and extraterrestrials, interdimensional beings, were involved in Kennedy was going to reveal extraterrestrials, interdimensional beings living among us. Could be. It's plausible now. Honestly, it's like why do you think the Nazi Germany has that kind of uniform for their army back in World War II, right? It's so old world. I told you Blade was getting shelved. Yeah, again, Sin Havoc was correct. Yeah, you were right. Blade is getting shelved. No ifs or buts. And sad to say, but something with an L is gonna flop really hard. So the plot is to have Russian deep deep cover agents all over the US uh, institutions during the Cold War. It's crazy, man. What's crazy is that Blade could still come out in about 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I'll be way past 60 by then, if I'm still alive, which is crazy. Marsh- Marshall Ali is very busy right now with Jurassic World reboot. Definitely, they're making. I saw the making or some footage of Scarlett Johansson in the set of Jurassic World. So weird. So you have to wonder why uh, the old guy wanted to talk to Evelyn Salt. Jurassic World and some other projects. Well, I think she had enough of Disney now, right? No more Disney films for her. Scarlett Johansson, sort of. I remember her in her earliest roles. Yeah, she was just a kid back then. In our last Fate in Comics stream, we got invaded by someone who told us that who told Bishop Me are lukewarm. It's an insider joke for compromisers in the Christian world, which is weird. And the fact that Zod Writer and GDI was there, you know, kind of made it more surprising. And Bishop handled him really well. Okay. This is the chase scene, the pursuit scenes in inside the CIA building. So Sony did a product endorsement for their TV here. These movies of Angelina Jolie mark her as an action star way back. It's a good thing that uh, the rain is somehow stopped, but the wind feels like it's going to get worse in the day. Good thing we're not in the eye of the storm. The storm path is kind of far from us. But this storm is somehow like what's the name of that storm way back a few years ago? Heian. Yeah, it was one of the most devastating storms ever. And now this storm is following the footsteps, the wind step of Heian. So when they changed, recasted Sabretooth for X-Men Origins Wolverine, I thought that Liv Shriver was a bit smaller than what's the name of that old wrestler in the first X-Men. What's his face? But kind of worked for me. Although some people hated X-Men Origins, especially the role of Deadpool. Improvised bazooka. Timestamp 24 minutes, 52 seconds. So the case of the Chinese uh, spy in the Philippines has taken another wild turn. Uh, we had someone who ran for mayor and won, and it turns out that she is a Chinese spy, and the fact that she ran away when she was being investigated in the Senate, and the Congress was a sure sign bet of her guilt. She ran to Indonesia, but she got caught, which is so weird because if she stayed in the Philippines, she would never uh, be caught ever. That's how corrupt our government and how uh, our institutions are destroyed since time immemorial. Just imagine. It all started, and when they were investigating that all those pogo online gaming and stuff. The ex-president really sold us out to China. It's being felt all over still. Our institutions. And yeah, it's kind of warm. I'll be adjusting something. So we're back online. I'm just thankful that we had our internet uh, provider fix our uh, lines here. Somehow, even if it's raining, I still can stream. And during this kind of weather, it seems that StreamYard is okay somehow. Uh, why did she run? Is the same question we ask on why the Chinese mayor of a province here, a provincial town here in the Philippines, uh, why did she run? Is the same question we've been asking ourselves. If you're not guilty, then why run? Just like what's happening with Evelyn Sorp. I thought I was going to be late, although I adjusted my streaming schedule today because we went to the market where we're stocking up because of the storm. We still have no idea when the storm will cease and stop uh, drawing rain here. The crazy part is this storm has is from the Pacific Ocean. Oh yeah, yep. And whenever a storm comes from the Pacific, yeah, it's gonna be strong. Gotta prepare. Yep. Plus the fact that it's almost Christmas season, and the the north wind is upon us, so it's a bit cold these days. I'm not uh, switching on my air conditioning. That's that's a good thing. Electricity is quite expensive down here. How can you run in those shoes, man? This is one of the reasons why I quit working uh, white collar jobs. Man, those shoes are killing me. Okay, where are we? They're inside the mall, and somehow Ev gave them the slip or not. Gotta prepare. Be prepared, man. As Lion King's Scar said, be prepared. I have to run my husband. Yeah, that's what Sin has been saying. Be prepared. It's somehow inevitable. Mm. This kind of uh, trucks are banned from our roads in the morning, or we do have a time window. So the freaking traffic would be hell if something bad might happen. Somehow, I'm gonna say it, we never learn. Yeah. Exciting scenes. You have a mole in your group. It's important to know. what's happening around you. In a simple office, a lot of people, whether you like it or not, will actually bring you down in order for them to be lifted up. It's a dog eat dog world. I'm having breakfast while doing my stream. We had to market vegetables early because it will be more expensive if we buy stuff later because of the weather. And honestly, prices are not gonna go down even if uh, the inclement weather is over. I can't believe that Angelina Jolie had a relationship with Billy Bob Thornton back in the day. So timestamp is 39 minutes 23 seconds. She's using a sanitary napkin to prevent the bleeding. And there's somehow a quiet uh, effort and campaign for the Snyderverse over at WB. It's low key and quiet, but a lot of people are being prepared for something big. I don't know, man. Maybe before Superman L will be shown, something big will happen. There's no hype for Superman L at all. Although Supergirl will begin production in January, I wonder. Making Superman into a comedic uh, figure in the movies has always been a bad move. Look at Superman 3, Superman 4. It just doesn't work. So, this is a flashback scene for Salt and her future husband. Man, Halloween week is upon us. Probably do a stream or two watch alongs next week, but I'm not really into Halloween somehow. Maybe. It's, and imagine November is coming soon, coming up. 2024 will be over in about 2 months. At least we need to be prepared. Prepare for the worst, prepare for the future. So the 300 project over at WB, incoming project, is still it's still everything is still not sure whether it will be done or not. The US has so many enemies, foreign and domestic. I need to go to the States somehow, just because. So from Washington, D.C., we move to New York City. It's still, Ukraine is still the center of everything in the West, while China has been doing its best to undermine everything. They surrounded uh, Taiwan last week in under the cover of a military exercise. Sounds very familiar. So there's an ongoing contest between Secret Service and the CIA. I probably will have a watch along for the movie Trog from 1970 anytime next week, just because it's Halloween. Wow. Timestamp 47 minutes, 22 seconds. She just passed the subway going to the church. Lots of things happening in Hollywood, lots of old stuff being revealed, and somehow uh, I can guess why Ben Affleck divorced Jennifer Lopez. Honestly, prepared. Look at that. The way they monitor the church, it feels like something from communist China. Yeah. If you exchange freedom to safety, then you have a big problem. That's what happened during COVID, and somehow people were scared enough to follow the rules. Seeing that these scenes here, Angelina is really Lara Croft. The question that's always been bugging my mind is why uh, Evelyn Salt uh, did this, all this you did, all for who, for what? Man, it's really scary to hear the pipe organ sounding like that. Timestamp 51 minutes 45 seconds. So I feel like This is the mixture of Black Widow, La Femme Nikita, and what's that? Uh, Red Sparrow. This was way before any woke culture became involved. They got her, they cornered her, and somehow she planned it uh, this way. Jurisdiction war between the Secret Service, the CIA, and the New York police force. And yeah, so 9:02 a.m. is 9:02 p.m. Eastern time. Awesome movie so far. Yeah, it is an awesome movie. And somehow interesting. Alan Moore writes an intriguing concept like this. I wish he was not that weird. 12-hour difference. Yeah. And Central Time is about 11 hours. We have a 11-hour difference between Central Time and the Philippines. Same day, same, no, not the same day actually. Same time. It's so weird. And there goes the NYPD training. Cap down, cops down. This is kind of painful whenever she wants to accelerate. She hits the cop with uh, his taser. Shit. And stupid cops. Yeah. Taser fodder. I wonder how much electric shock that cop has been receiving since he got uh, caught by salt. So the movies during this period for Angelina Jolie was Tomb Raider, Wanted. Then there's this one, and what else? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. These were the early 2010s. Well, she was and is bankable as an actress. Someone's selling me a Heath Ledger Joker T-shirt online, and I didn't answer because somehow, if it's Zack Snyder's movies, I would buy those T-shirts in an instant, or even Jared Leto's Joker. U.S. terrorism. Yeah, right. So they let in so many illegal immigrants, and the end mission is to probably to pad the elections here in the states. The very first movie of Angelina Jolie I watched was Hackers back in the 90s, funded by WF, WHO, Soros, Gates, Vanguard, and BlackRock. I saw a news item involving BlackRock the other day, and I was thinking that Bill Gates not a good guy just because WF supporting WEF programs is a mistake. Did you hear that another disease is being spread spreaded out somewhere? The World Economic Forum, where they want to reduce the world's population. Klaus Klaus Schwab. He looks like a satanic high priest whenever he appears. Yep, plagues, wars, uh, famine. The four horsemen of the apocalypse. So there is a fifth horseman of the apocalypse. Aside from all that, misinformation. This will snap uh, Salt's mind when the Russians kill her husband. He's a giant. Think MIB. Ah, yeah. Men in Black. Ancient aliens. The sons of Anak. Klaus Schwab is a giant. Is he untouchable? Yeah, I think so. In the Bible, before before Israel conquered the Promised Land, they were hindered by the people in Old Canaan who were giants somehow. The race, the sons of Anak. I'll be waiting for that video soon. Probably watch it after this watch along. And payback's a bitch. Anunnaki. Yeah. Nephilims and Anunnaki. I saw a video on, I think, Facebook on how they made the pyramids in Egypt. And they showed an AI version of it with giants and stuff, plus an anti-grav device to move those rocks with ease. And that's what executions are made of. They killed her husband. Now it's payback time. Poor guy. dying with eyes open, dying by drowning is man. And Havoc said that's actually true, using anti-gravity devices and ancient weapons. Yeah, it looks like we're syncing up with Sin Havoc, and we've been syncing up for about a year. Yeah, my YouTube channel is about a year now. So this guy played Yellow Jacket in Ant-Man and Rebel Moon. Pyramids of Giza were created by Thoth. Yeah, that's Corey Stoll. Can't memorize all the names, but yeah. The revelation that those pyramids in China are being covered up. It's so weird, yet not crazy at all. Since communist China will cover up anything, even genocide. I think it's all about the loans between China and the US. Money matters. Oh, so they're entering the White House. Thought it created the pyramids of Giza, which was actually Kemet, was created around 36,000 years ago. Yes, makes sense. Yeah, they made Angelina Jolie meal. Created the pyramids. Man, the old world is being unraveled. They discovered a cave in the Philippines, somewhere in the Philippines, that has pottery for about dated 2,000 years, and it's really weird looking. Man, I didn't know that, and I live in the Philippines. Man, everything is planned. Everything. Su- American suicide bomber. diversions and cover-ups. This is what this movie is all about. So somehow this was pre-planned all along. This is an act of war. Somehow Twitter notes on Alex Jones' tweet. Weird. The action is really good in this film. So that black guy in with uh, the security of the president is died this year, right? Somehow that's him. So mixing conspiracy theory while doing watch-alongs for movies that are not that connected is so cool, man. And I thank Sin Havoc for giving me the idea of doing this stuff ever since we did our watch-alongs together. It's so educational sometimes. Plus, I caught up in ancient uh, apocalypse with what's his name on Netflix. And yes, Keanu Reeves confirmed that we're relearning everything we have. Yep. There's a freaking disease now spreading, and some skin disease that uh, you're thinking it's rashes, but somehow uh, when you touch those rashes, blood are bursting through. It's scary, but true. Why is my mic being muted? Weird, weird, weird. All right. They're gonna press the button. Nuclear launch sequence. Yes, very weird. Probably my mouse is acting up. And we're talking about the crazy stuff. Yes, we are. The crazy stuff amidst what we want to watch, from superheroes to secret agents and all that stuff in between. They call us crazy. Hashtag blame YouTube, of course. And man, so I'm about 419 subscribers in YouTube, which is weird. Hashtag blame social media. You know what's funny? The Filipino, those connections I have over at Twitter X sound so much like liberal Democrat uh, propagandist. But I told you I was a former member, probably still am a member of the Liberal Party of the Philippines. I still have my ID. Yep, blame the Stooges. The Stooges with Iggy Pop. All right, the enemy exposed. Liv Shiver is the enemy. Hashtag blame CERN. Yeah, probably they did another time traveling shit. I know, man. You only have to understand uh, why in the hell is everything turning up like this. Graham uh, Kendricks or Hendricks is so engrossed with ancient apocalypse now. You know, in the Bible, the time between Genesis and the creation of the world and Noah's flood is so long that some people take it so literal they can't read the Bible for what it's worth. Honestly, Liev Schreiber is always playing a villain. Yeah, he was Sabretooth. He was this guy in Salt. Who else? And the supposed to be Russian president who's dead turns up alive. Spider venom, just like what Salt's husband used to do. Spider guy. You were supposed to recruit him, not fall in love with him. Yeah, well, another good movie involving spies and such is Mission Impossible 1. That is the only movie in that franchise which was true uh, to the original idea of Mission Impossible. Some spider guy. Yeah. Everything from Mission Impossible 2 up to the present are superhero take on Ethan Hunt. And I saw what uh, GDI was talking about. Uh, Harry Palmer. It's a series of books and later movies with different actors playing the main uh, protagonist. And Michael Caine is role as Harry Palmer was the basis for Austin Powers. Imagine that. Anna 2019 is a good movie. It's a spy movie. Yeah, I have to check that out. Imagine basing your character, Austin Powers, with Michael Caine's face, hence the glasses for Mike Myers. Yeah, baby, yeah. I think only Christopher Nolan, the Dark Knight trilogy, expounded on the idea that Batman can do international uh, sh- shit with Ras Al Ghul. The girl with the dragon tattoo is wild. Yeah, looks like. I like an old movie, spy movie with The Point of No Return with Bridget Fonda and Red Sparrow. If I was planning to watch it way back, but I hadn't got the time to do it. What I also like about Salt are the car chases scene. Yeah, it was well done. reminds me of Ronin. Yeah, it did. Ronin with Robert De Niro. Those movies were good. Way back when. Ronin is an amazing movie, very underrated. Yeah, it was. I enjoyed watching it. I think I watched it more than once way back when. It had Robert De Niro and that French guy from Godzilla 97, 97, 98. Yeah, Jay Reno and Jonathan Pierce. They explained the connection between mercenaries and Ronins back then. Man, Liv Schreiber dead. All right, they caught uh, Salt. Somehow, the White House in the snow looks like a haunted White House. Washington Monument looks like some obelisk uh, somewhere. Why'd you kill him? Because somebody has to. Timestamp 1 hour 31 minutes 24 seconds. The movie is this movie is really good, man. And before I did my watch alongs, I was doing some movie reviews over in what's that website? I did some movie reviews there, and somehow doing a watch along on YouTube is better than anything I wrote back then. How many more of you are like there? Like me, none. Like him, more than you can handle. This is true, man. Intriguing question. You knew better. This is plain platitudes sometimes, but it's a good movie dialogue. They found out that Salt killed Orlov, the guy who trained them. Timestamp 1 hour 33 minutes and 35 seconds. And yeah, 33 minutes, 35 seconds. It's almost time to rate this movie. I definitely rate this movie as 8.5 over 10. It's that good. It has all the good elements of a action spy film, and it feels so real. And this was the setup. Looking at the Washington River, they gave Salt the go ahead, the green light to hunt down the Russian spies. One, two, three. Man, cold water. I would die when uh, I hit those water. Those pyramids in China are next to an entrance to inner earth and the mountain range which has dragons. I saw something from, I don't know, probably Facebook that tells on why dragons are rare and can't be seen. They didn't fit the harmony of Noah's Ark. But that could only mean that the period between creation and Noah's flood are so long. It's really unknown. And that's it. Higher density beings. Directed by Philip Noyce, written by Kurt Himmer. Cool movie, if I do say so myself. Uh, I rate it as 8.5 over 10. It's that good. How about you? Sin, how do you rate this movie? 8.5. Yeah, we're the same. 8.5. It was a great movie. And yes, we're at that time. Thank you for joining me in the chat, Sin. Thank you for always been my partner in my watch alongs and other streaming stuff I do. And yes, everyone should like, subscribe, and share this video and support me on my socials: X Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and even those I don't use usually, Threads and Instagram. Smash the like button. Mike Fevers forever, and Sells the Way. Fun stream. Yeah, that's it for today. And I'm out of here. See you again with a new stream this coming Friday, which is Thursday night EST, with Bishop on another streaming for uh, Fate and Comics. See you then. Thanks.